This hungry fish is the boss here. He hasn't eaten for a year. Ah, I'm starving. But the pigeons, monkeys, and ducks around him don't eat. The only lover in his eyes is the horse. But the horse doesn't come often. They wait in the pond. Wait for a few months or even a year. The horse is here. The boss goes into the water immediately. Don't sleep. Hurry up and help the boss. Hurry up and help the boss. The boss's body length is 5 meters and 700 kilograms. His strategy is to sneak into the water and attack from the bottom of the water. Other little brothers also follow the sneak into the water. It seems that the calm water surface may be hidden. So the strategy of the old horse is to send a small horse to test it. After, it's definitely not a hungry fish. Drinking water also goes forward. The shore is filled with water, stupid. Oh, like comments. There's a horse like this. As long as he doesn't want to go. Even 13 strong men don't want to move too much. Today, let's take a look at this. A giant horse that is stronger than a cow. Gia Irma. To put it simply, a dead camel is bigger than a horse. But when you see Gia Irma, this law was broken in an instant. As the world's highest horse, the horse is 1.8 meters tall. The horse is 1.7 meters tall and weighs more than a ton. Someone suddenly thought of it. He had an 8-horse race with Gia Irma. 13 strong men used their whole body. This horse is still as heavy as a mountain. It doesn't move at all. It's really a giant that can pull 5 tons of stuff. The strength is really not small. It doesn't move at all. There is a batch of Gia Irma in the UK. It's as heavy as thunder and heavy. Height 2.1 meters. Weight 1.2 tons. The back color of the 4 seems to be wearing a furlong shoe. It looks very bright. Become the world's heaviest and highest living horse keeper. Standing by his side. It is estimated that it is the feeling of the common people. The name of this batch of Gia Irma is Duke. The weight is similar to a small truck. Currently, he lives in Kent. Horse Collection Group, from then on. His owner created a huge stable for him. The land and horse are all custom made. Even the breeder is impressed. It's hard to believe that the visitor sees this. I'm kidding. He should be called Chiang Ma. Just eating food can cost more than 100,000 yuan a year. Let ordinary people not only be impressed, but also the first batch of horses. Although Duke has a tall and strong appearance, his character is like a high-ranking scholar. He is even a little timid. If you want to ride this horse on the grassland, you may want to do it. God gave the body of Gia Irma naturally reduce the speed of his running. The huge body caused the giant horse to run. And the speed was not fast. The Europeans divided their horses into 3. Riding horse, pulling goods, and dragging things. The role of Gia Irma is to play with the horse. It's used to pull cars and dig the ground. Yes, you heard it right. It's like a cow running away from the ground. In the early times, Gia Irma, who is tall and full of strength, is a very important labor force. Although these strong digging horses have higher food requirements than cows, their digging speed will be 3 to 4 times that of cows. In other words, even if you consume a piece of land, you still have 3 pieces of land to dig out. Among them, transportation, war, and daily life are indispensable to their life. With the arrival of the mechanical era, these giant horses gradually made people's farming life into a failed product of history. After all, compared to the hard-earned artificial land, more people are pursuing the saving power of the machine. Many Gia Irma are sent to slaughterhouses. According to a statistics in 2016, the number of Gia Irma in the world. According to the report, the number of Gia Irma horses is less than 200. Facing the status of Gia Irma, its existence is as precious as a big panda in the UK. Although you can trade in the UK, there will be very few pure Gia Irma. If you really encounter it, that is the value of the price. The biologist predicted that the speed of Gia Irma extinction far exceeds the speed of reproduction. If this situation continues, it may not take 10 years. The Gia Irma that once left a thick and colorful in the history of the UK. Compared with the Sama of Jebo, the huge size of Gia Irma is gentle in nature. Even when faced with a little kitten that is smaller than itself, it will be gentle. From the previous tens of thousands of skins to now, it is insufficient to hold on. Facing animals that do not adapt to the current environment, we are still difficult to change. The artificial reproduction may make the number of Gia Irma rise, but the nature they have been born with has been wiped out. I don't know what you will do if you see a batch of Gia Irma here. Zhongluo is easy to get along with, and there is no end to it. Walking on the street in a tractor, the road is crowded. Sweat and blood are always paid for by the war room. If you can be treated well, you can only ask for race. When a reservoir has been in the blue for only 20 years, how big is the fish in the reservoir? Today, we will meet the fish kings in the water of the Three Gorges Reservoir. In our country, in November 1997, with the last truck of the Qingdao, Wanli Yangtze River was flooded for the second time. The Three Gorges Waterway project in the civilized world was born in a whirlpool. Since then, a giant 1084 square kilometers, with a total area of about 600 kilometers, has become a paradise for fish. By the way, some fish are pushed to the abyss. In ancient times, the deep sea was hidden by the dragon. The upper part of the river is a tributary of more than 1 million square kilometers. Not only did the amount of water reach 393 billion cubic meters, but also, the greater merit is to be able to withstand the great flood of hundreds of years. When there is a division of work in the Three Gorges Reservoir, people often have questions. The Three Gorges waterway has been in the water for nearly 20 years, and various fish are reflected in it. How big is the biggest fish now? Before we solve this question, we must first celebrate how many fish there are in the Yangtze River. According to the preliminary statistics, the Yangtze River is full of 424 species of fish, and there are 183 species of fish in particular. The popular species of people are probably the ancient shunfish, which are found all over the world. The spicy and fragrant are in the back. The green grass is not dry, and the river has not been pumped up. The Yangtze River is the habitat and breeding ground for foreign fish, and it is full of people under the water. Among them, the old guy who is the same age as the dinosaur is naturally not a small area. Unfortunately, the real turtle is like the white shun. Its existence is equivalent to the lost shun on the grassland and the white sand in the ocean. It has a strong balance. For the 5 species of shun in the summer, even fierce fish will become the food of the white shun. But I didn't expect to live for 1.5 billion years in the water, and I ended up falling on the last day of 2019. It's all right, since the largest Yangtze River white shun has no fruit. What are the rest of the biggest fish? From this body shape, the Chinese shun must be one of them. The body shape can reach 7 meters, and its weight is more than 500 kilograms. The final muscle can even reach about 700 kilograms. As the fish of the Yangtze River, every year in the summer-autumn season, they will swim to the upper Yangtze River in the Yangtze River, Jinsha River, and then live in the ocean with the small shunfish. Wait for the next breeding season to come. But because there is a construction on the Three Gorges Dam, the foot of the Chinese shun will be cut off. The consequence of this is that most of the lost shun are lost. The number of broken teeth of the Chinese shun is decreasing. In addition to the Chinese shun, the white shun is also the famous fish king of the Yangtze River. In fact, it is a kind of animal that can defeat humans. It likes to move in the deep water, and it has almost no vision. Basically, it relies on the supra to eat. Its average body length is 2.3 meters, and its weight is between 130 to 320 kilograms. Not only that, there are many super big fish in the Three Gorges Dam. There was a report that someone caught a large green fish that weighed up to 117 jin. In addition, in the Yangtze River tributary of Chongqing, it is also fortunate to be caught if it weighs more than 300 jin. Among them, Yanzi fish, Huamanli, and Songjiang fish are more famous for being big and beautiful. After the construction of the Three Gorges Dam, it is effective in generating electricity and transporting goods. However, biologists are also worried about this. Worried about its existence. It will threaten the fish of the Yangtze River, especially the fish of the Yangtze River. Even if the Yangtze River is close to the fish from 2020, it can change the nature of the environment formed in the last year. Among them, the fish is called liubi. It can be explained in a few minutes video, compared with the tributary of the Yangtze River. Japan has decided to remove 100 tons of river wastewater into the Pacific Ocean, which is even more fascinating. Not only did it push the creatures of the ocean to the destruction of the abyss, but it also harmed other innocent coastal countries. It really fulfilled itself and disgusted others. At this time, what resources do we have at home is extremely precious. We love the Yangtze River and love the Yellow River. We hope that everything can travel into the Yangtze River and travel through the forest cave. We also hope that the Yangtze River can be filled with water. We also hope that the Yellow River can be filled with smoke. This is a say. It goes up and takes a breath and comes down and stays still. It depends on the fat on its body, and it can only melt after a few months of ice. However, it is lucky. Its body is larger. There is no heavenly enemy here. The polar bear can't eat it. This group of polar bears are also silly. Last year, I was playing in Beijing and missed the last bus. Their situation is the same as the polar bear just now. What's worse is they can only dive underwater for 20 minutes at a time. I can't hold it anymore. I have to go up and get some fresh air. But it is difficult. It takes half a year to catch polar bears. It takes half a year to catch polar bears. Its body is 4 meters long and weighs 1 ton. It is not a joke. For polar bears, I caught this one. At last. I guess it is enough to blow it for a lifetime. I used to catch polar bears with myriad among all breastfeeding animals. The fat man is usually careful. Say you. I have never seen such a stingy mother. This poster actually caught a leopard. It's a bit incredible. Leopards are called the fastest animals on land. But today, this polar bear killed 2 adult leopards at once. The story takes place in the African prairie. 3 male leopards are following a female leopard. Everyone knows the purpose of following the female leopard. Doesn't seem to like these 3 guys, because these 3 guys are stupid. The 3 brothers actually want to share a wife, and because of who first and who second, it is impossible to fight. At this time, a polar bear passed by. This polar bear saw the 3 brothers fighting. He immediately wanted to join the quarrel. Who were so angry, didn't fight. They hit the ground and let this polar bear go away. The polar bear has never been angry, although he is very angry now. He knows that he can't catch up with these three guys. He has to wait patiently for the right time. The female leopard was scared by the behavior of these three guys. It ran straight to the tree. This is called an emergency line. The three brothers are discussing whether to pull the female leopard down and fight on the ground. The female leopard heard the words of these three idiots and jumped off the tree quickly. Then it quickly escaped from this place. The three male leopards, of course, can't let him go. The girl is the ground. There is no need to talk to the girl. The golden-skinned female leopard ran into the tree. The fastest running male leopard was ready to get it first. The brother who came after him was about to die. He hurried and hit the tree with one head. The two guys made a big move and hit the female leopard with a bunch of fat. The female leopard made a loud cry. The male leopard didn't find it. He was followed by the polar bear. This polar bear hit the tree with one head and made a loud cry. The three male leopards ran away, but the female leopard unfortunately died. The polar bear gently bit. It was like saying, "Your wife is in the hands of the old man. If you have the guts, come and grab it." The three male leopards didn't do anything. The polar bear could only choose to tear the ticket. The head of the female leopard was broken by the polar bear and fell into the arms of the polar bear. At this time, the situation